Greetings, YouTube. For somebody who teaches vocabulary, I have run out of adjectives to describe this week in Marvel Contest of Champions. I know we are all beyond frustrated. Some people, so much so that I've heard rumblings in the back chats of MCOC that some in-game players, this is finally the straw that's breaking them. They are done with the game. They are selling their accounts. They are retiring. And I never know if that's true, right? Usually I hear that because of something and it feels like the end is highly exaggerated, shall we say. So maybe this is true for some people, maybe it's not. But it is a fair point to say that this is not fun for anybody. Some things put the FU in fun, and this is certainly one of them. And yesterday we talked about compensation, and we talked about the idea of a 5-star crystal and maybe some 6-star shards. That was before like 3 or 4 additional emergency maintenance, before alliances like myself could not get into our Map 5 BG for the longest of times, before so many of you messaged me because you did not match in Alliance War matchmaking. You had so many instances where even in regular fights, you lost your boost, you lost your potions, you lost your revives. I heard one horror story, and this summoner wishes to remain anonymous, that they were finally going to beat the final boss. They decided somehow this was the period of time, don't ask me why, that they were going to complete the Abyss, and they were in their final boss fight of the Abyss, and then the game went down. And they are beyond livid because they also lost the boosts, and hopefully they are going to complete it today. But still, it's crazy. It's also crazy to think that the game has shut down arenas for the time being, but they haven't shut down Alliance Quest or Alliance War. You would think if they want to fix their game as quickly as possible, they would just schedule a maintenance, take a couple of hours, resolve everything, and then bring it back. Because if you shut down like half, but you leave the other half open, you might delay the whole thing. That seems to be historically what's the case as well. Speaking of historic implications, I have gone back into the depths of my own channel to look at some examples of past compensation to talk about the level of expectation that we should have. And I do believe, especially given, and I'm not saying it's a 6-star Nexus because it's become like the trigger phrase. Anytime the game goes down, 6-star Nexus, prof, 6-star Nexus. Now, Kabam did put the price of 6-star Nexus for Cavalier players at $100 just a couple weeks ago. And to say that they have cost summoners $100 plus worth of inconveniences is not an exaggeration at all. So maybe, just maybe, this will be the first time in the history, because it used to be 5-star Awakening Gem. I want a 5-star Awakening Gem. Well, now a 6-star Nexus has replaced that in the Pitchfork community. But let's just look at the last couple of compensation packages for maintenance issues to have some level of reasonable and fair expectations. All right, so this was a maintenance from a little while ago. You had 1,000 6-star shards, 2,000 5-star shards, 4,500 Tier 5 basic. This was before the Glory Store changes, so that actually was a pretty big deal to have 10% of a Tier 5 basic catalyst. 3, what are those, maybe they're level 2 revives, maybe level 3? I don't know. 10 high-level potions, 2 energy refills, and 150,000 gold. All right, that was solid. That was fine. But when we had the crazy outages again, and I believe it was May that we received the most compensation, which again was just 2 months ago. We had 1,000 6-star shards, a 5-star basic crystal, though I'm saying this again. This is the first time ever that we have over 80% champions in the 5-star featured crystal that are straight hits. They're straight bangers. They're exciting champions to open. So if I'm the Kabam marketing team, Lord help my life, I would not give people a 5-star crystal. I would give people the equivalent of that in shards, 10,000 5-star shards, so they could use it toward a featured 5-star crystal. And of course, if you haven't bought that from the Black ISO store in your Cavalier, you only need 1,000 more 5-star shards to buy that featured 5-star, which you can buy, twice a month for 11,000 5-star shards. And then there's additional discounts, though they're not as good, for other progressions in the Black ISO store. But hey, with historic maintenance issues comes historic compensation. I would still love for us to see the glory type of compensation you see in front of you for the Alliance Quest mishaps. And I do have some faith that that's coming, as they have said at least twice in forum posts that I have seen, that they're going to address the Alliance Quest compensation in this package eventually. But I think it is time. And I am not feeling like some greedy, way overly ambitious, optimistic YouTuber in saying this. I think it's time that we get a 6-star crystal out of this. Now, if you want to give the 15,000 5-star shards and the 10,000 6-star shards, that's solid. That's my hope. That's the minimum. I'm not saying Nexus, though if they want to do it, now would be the time. But 10,000 6-star shards and 15,000 5-star shards, along with the potions and the revives and the glory and the alliance potions, revives, etc., that is compensation that I think the community not only deserves, but it really needs right now. Because if there is any truth to endgamers calling it quits now, they're going to need to restore the faith of their player base now more than ever. And this is assuming that after this video is posted, there aren't more needs for emergency maintenance to happen for their programmers of the contest. And we know that's probably going to be the case. So it is time we see a 6-star crystal for compensation. And by the way, I'm not just saying that for Cavalier. I'm also saying that for uncollected players. And for those of you who are Conqueror, I think you deserve at least a 5-star crystal as well. So I know some of you might be like, well, what about a 6-star? They've shown us historically with progression based that they will not give the top prize to people below uncollected. However, let me put this gem of knowledge in here to end this video. During this maintenance compensation, we had several people actually clear in the following days and even weeks to a new progression level. So they got their Conqueror compensation, they became uncollected. They got their uncollected compensation, they became Cavalier. And just like July 4th, when they advanced to a new progression level, they got a new compensation package in addition to the one they already got. So they could get multiple, 2. In theory, if you're crazy good, 3 compensation packages if you go from Conqueror to Cavalier in a week, but that's pretty dang hard to do. But regardless, that's my reminder. If people are upset about progression-based compensation, hey, you could actually score multiple compensation packages if they leave that coding in for a week plus, which they did last time. All right, so I'm saying 10,000 6-star shards, 15,000 5-star shards, and then at least the potions and revives and the glory and the alliance potions and revives you see in front of you as the minimum compensation I'd like to see. Agree or disagree? Comment below, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching and supporting my Marvel Casino of Maintenance YouTube channel.